Andre and Dana, we
Hello.
brought you here
Yeah.
in a maybe unexpected setting here at High Experience in Livigno. Uh, what were you expecting actually before getting here?
I would say nature. I'm not sure
Yeah.
what kind of nature, but nature
kind of
definitely.
nature.
Yeah, this kind of nature. Mountains, but no, I don't have expectations. I like to be surprised.
Yeah, I say the same. We had no idea, and I also didn't was going to the internet and had a look because I really wanted to, yeah,
To get the surprise.
Yeah.
exactly. And we are, yeah, it's amazing. So amazing nature, food, of course, people. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
really nice experience for us,
Yeah.
and not expected.
Yeah.
So
Maybe this is something that's really missing in the actual business because working as DJs, traveling around, playing a lot, sometimes it gets a sort of routine.
yeah.
Is that right? How do you survive that? How do you handle this?
Well, depends. I mean, actually, I have to say I'm really happy when we are busy because it's our passion and our job. So, of course, but when it's when we have a hot week, then I also go to the sauna, you know, chilling with my family at home and do other things to get the balance. You know, I'm cooking also a lot at home, and yeah, I love to do that. Listen to other music, like more relaxing music, different genres, you know, to get new energy, new motivations, and yeah.
Uh, well, that's a good point. I mean, new motivations because you've been in the business so long and you're still there, you're still relevant, which is a quite rare thing, by the way.
Thank you
How,
very much.
how did you manage to do this? Because there are many rising stars that disappear after like 2 or 3 years
Yeah,
and you are still there.
yeah. I mean,
What's the secret?
I don't have a secret. I just like to show myself also. I don't know. Every year, give something new. You know, wie sagt man, Weiterentwicklung.
He always develops himself. Also,
Exactly.
when I can say something, I think also, first of all, Andre is a great DJ. Yeah, and also he is discovering new music. He's really open-minded. He's not afraid and taking the risk and developing himself all the time, and is really up for, even if there's a new trend or whatever with music, he's taking this, but not only taking this, bringing it all together with his own, with his definition of his DJing. And this is really something, he keeps it fresh. Also, he's a great entertainer, I have to say.
I don't know what to say. Oh, I love you so much. No, but thank
No,
you a lot,
but
yeah,
no,
of
but
course.
behind the decks, because I really appreciate this is he has it in the blood. He's a real DJ. It's not just somebody
Yeah,
that
true.
comes like all the new ones. There is a reason why he's still relevant, and this is the quality of DJing also. He's playing with the records, he gives respect to the vinyl, he's keeping it alive. It's all very important, and he has a great history. Yeah, he has super long history.
Thank you, Dana.
Yeah, I have to answer it.
No, I don't know what to say because.
Well, now it's up
I
to you
mean,
to describe
yeah.
Dana then.
Yeah, right. This is really. No, but I think, I don't have a plan to survive. You just do what you feel, you know. And I think this is also what she means. There are some artists that have like a business plan, especially in these days, to
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
get famous,
yeah.
and they organize everything with a manager and social media, you know. I just do what I love, and I did it all my life, and I really live for this kind of musician life. I don't know how to
Yeah.
say, you know.
But have you ever had the impression that the scene was stale in a bit? Because when minimal techno went big, it was a
Yeah.
huge phenomenon.
Yeah.
And maybe at a certain point it became almost too huge, if I can say that.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I think there was always some periods where you had like a hype for some. I mean, honestly, minimal wasn't new in this
Yeah.
time, but they thought it as a new thing, you know.
Exactly.
So I think it's normal, you know. Even now they say this hard stuff. What they say, this hard techno. They say, oh, this is new. You know, it's like, I don't know. What do you think? I mean, it's
I mean, there are always trends and hypes, but
Yeah, this is what I mean.
yeah,
So,
but I mean, there are trends and hypes, and there's good stuff in this period, and there's bad stuff.
and
You know,
this
for
was
you,
always like that.
yeah,
This
and for
is-
you as a DJ, it's just to filter the really good stuff, present it to the audience, and,
Yeah.
and this is in the end how you still also again stay relevant,
Yeah,
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 and
yeah,
really
yeah.
make a selection, yeah.
And there's also a thing I have to say. I never thought about how can I get the people to get more famous or because you know maybe you don't have like a big hype, but you are always there.
Yeah.
And it's I have to say that's also I'm thankful for that.
Yeah.
Sure.
That I live this and yeah, you know.
How do you feel with the fact that many people took Berlin as a sort of myth at a certain point?
Myth.
Because you were part of the scene since the, let's say, it was not that obvious to be in Berlin, and you shaped the scene with many important nights, relevant things, or whatever.
Yeah.
But sometimes Berlin has become a sort of status symbol in a way.
Yeah.
How should we handle this?
I don't know what to say. It's yeah, it's true. I went there 1994, and it was completely different.
Sure.
So nobody was there from other DJs. Yeah, only Berlin DJs, and yeah, you know, also the city looks completely different. You know, not so clean, not so stylish. You know, it was more rough and. So yeah, but now everybody is living in Berlin, and everybody wants to have a little piece of that cake, you know. And
Are you jealous?
no,
Never.
I'm not jealous because I mean I'm happy with what I have, you know. So maybe it would be, and I have nothing. Maybe then, yeah. No, I don't know. I can say that I'm jealous because I'm too busy with myself and my projects to say that I'm jealous. But it changed, definitely. And sometimes, of course, I miss a little bit not so hype. You know what I mean? It's,
Yeah.
yeah. But it's. I think it's normal.
What about you, Dana?
Yeah, I think Berlin changed a lot, yeah. And of course, I always say first comes the art, then comes the hipster, and then comes the industry, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is
That's a
something.
great statement.
Yes.
Yeah, and this is
Yeah.
exactly what happened. So, you know, a lot of people come to Berlin still because you still can afford to live there, yeah. But also the people that come there, as Andre said, everybody wants something from the cake, but it's an exchange. You cannot go to a city and just try to suck it out in a way. You have to give something back to the city as well, yeah. And a lot of people came because they want to make it,
Yeah.
but there are people like Andre, for example, shaped Berlin, and and it changed a lot because also when a lot of people come and don't give something back, always take something out, but where should we go there? Yeah. Plus also the art scene shapes a city, and then of course a lot of people like it. We saw it in London, in New York. These
Yeah,
are cases.
yeah,
It
yeah,
happened
yeah,
already there. Yeah. So this is a bit like I am afraid that Berlin goes a bit this direction as well, because then if the hipsters are there, you don't need the art anymore. Not enough to.
Not the original art, because maybe in a way it's standardized.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good point. Yeah. So you don't really need this anymore. Hipsters already there. Then it's going to be interesting for the industry. And then if money is involved, every time money comes in the game, it destroys the essence of it.
It messes things up in a way.
Exactly. So,
Completely, yeah.
and this is how Berlin changed, and some people shaped it, and we can be happy to. I mean, I'm super happy to when I
Yeah.
came. It was 2002 or something. I experienced this time. It was different.
Yeah.
Community.
Yeah.
And, you know, sometimes you feel also a bit competition in Berlin. New
Yeah.
crews coming up, and
And competition was completely out of town before. For instance, when you moved there in the mid-90s,
Yeah.
I have the impression that competition was banned in a way.
we had to stick all together because it was small. It was not so blown
Yeah,
up
yeah.
like it is right now.
Yeah.
So people have to work together, support each other. Together you can achieve something. Yeah, it makes no
Yeah.
sense. Why
Yeah.
fight alone for something? No, togetherness. Huh?
Yeah.
Exactly. No, this is like yeah. So we have a message, you know. But I have to say, when I moved to Berlin, it was not easy the first 3 years.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
It was also like a little fight to get
You have
into
to
it.
find your
Yeah,
place,
yeah,
I
yeah.
think, no?
And I started in a record shop in called Delirium. It
Yeah.
was like in Charlottenburg in the west part of
Mm.
Berlin.
The
And
unfashionable West.
yeah. So
Right.
to come into to meet more people, you know. Then I played some time here, some time here, but it need years to really get into it. Then was Resident Tresor and the old one, you know. After this, Osgood story begins, and but also people from Frankfurt. There was not so.
Was
Really
there not like
welcome.
well, also always kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
competition,
Oh, yeah.
Berlin, Frankfurt? Yeah, I remember that.
But,
I remember
you know,
that.
and then there was a lot and everybody was like together,
Yeah.
waiting, you know, yeah.
And then go home and then again.
So that was experience.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to explain yourself why Italy had such a strong bond with what was going on in Berlin and even with your sound? Because, correct me if I'm wrong, I think that Italy has always been receptive with your music.
What do you mean with my music? You mean especially with
Your kind of sound, your kind of touch, your approach to techno and house.
Yeah, but I don't know if you can say it's if they're so born into my music. I don't know. I mean, I think all the Italians love techno. That's for sure. And I don't know what to say.
I think there are some, you played Bergheim Panorama Bar, you were a resident, you have an Italian name, Galluzzi. I don't you play techno, the music that they love. Maybe that was bringing you, I don't know.
But it's funny because for many years
but
techno was completely unfashionable, just like Charlottenburg. And suddenly, after a few years, techno was the thing. And that was
But
quite
I never
strange.
had like a big hype in Italy, I have to say. I played here a lot, yes.
Yeah.
I also had a record which was, I think, quite big in Italy. I did with Guido Schneider on
Albertino, no?
Albertino
Yeah.
on Cadenza, because here lots of people loved that song. There was like a period where people, but now I can say, I don't know, it's different because there's so many DJs and so many hypes. This is what we say before.
Yeah.
I'm happy that we are here, people knows me, but also it's complete new generations now, you know. There's so much younger people, lots of people that don't know me anymore. So I don't know.
This is a good point because for many years techno and house were the music of the youngsters of the 20-something, and now our audience is growing. Like the younger generation, they're into, I don't know, trap or EDM or whatever.
Yeah.
And techno house is growing as an audience.
Yeah.
Is that a good thing? Is that a neutral thing? How should we deal with that?
Always me. These questions.
We'll let to you, yes, the hardest questions.
Do you mean if it's good if it's growing? I think it has to be a healthy growth. Okay, there's a growth that is forced by media, that's forced by
And it's a
social
growth
media.
in age. in
Yeah,
a way.
yeah. And doesn't mean a growth that a healthy growth is surrounded by good music also, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of music coming out, there's a huge growth and it's accessible even to EDM people, because right now playing techno in festivals like Tomorrowland is a state of mind, or I don't know how they see it. So you make
It's cool.
it's
in a way.
kind of cool, yeah. So I think it's always good if a scene grows, but has to be healthy and not, keep the quality good. And I can see that the more it grows, the more shit is coming out also.
Yeah,
and I have
that's
to
true.
say it like
Yeah,
this, okay?
yeah.
And I have to bring it to the point.
True.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So it's half-half. Yes, it's great, the growth. It also offers us, It offers us to go out to places we've never been. That's great.
Yeah.
But also, then, a lot of music's coming out that is, for me, as I am also running a record store, is not worth to be on a vinyl. I have to say it like
For
this.
me, the
okay?
best record store in Berlin, I have to say, no, really, honestly, best innovative records you can buy as a vinyl DJ. No, really. And I also, what I miss a little bit is I have the impression, not all of them, but lots of the new generation, they are not so open
That's
for
true.
a story in a whole night. And we are coming, you know, from this area where
It's
you
a
More
1 hour
versatile,
slot
yeah.
that's affecting
It's
the
like
grammar of the
2
music.
hours now, do it now because otherwise we go to on the second floor or, you know, okay, where are you? Oh, I don't know. Some people are sometimes.
Also
I wish they
they-
have a little bit more, patience.
Also, I think some people like to define what are you or what DJ are you, what do you play.
Yeah.
But for example, Andre and also me, we play very versatile sets. Andre
Yeah.
can play a techno set, he can play a trippy after hour set, house set. This makes a good DJ. And lately, people are quite stuck in a certain
Yeah, that's true.
genre.
It's a comfort zone.
Yeah,
in a
right.
way.
Yeah, exactly.
And also they wanna be there. This is what they play. But the DJ can go from there to there. This is what makes a good DJ, in my opinion.
And
This
a
is
trip,
a trip, and this is kind of
Journey.
I think the old school approach. Maybe
yeah,
can
yeah.
I say it like this? Because you know what I mean. This is
I
people
think so
are.
too. I mean, you are completely right. Maybe there's also some new DJs. They feel the same, you know.
Yeah, yeah, I don't wanna
it's
say
all- but it comes
exactly.
from the, of course.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm not
it's
saying it like everybody, but I just
No, it's-
realize for some.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, but you stay there all the time.
Yeah, yeah,
You are
yeah,
not
yeah,
breaking
yeah.
out or something.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
We also have to say in the past it was like that the DJ played a long set.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Sometimes
yeah,
the whole night because you
Well,
know,
4 hours was the minimum.
Yeah, it's normal, and for me it is normal.
Hmm.
And I also I don't like to. Okay, it's different on a stage on a festival when you have 2 hours or 1.5, and you come there and you do it right now. Okay,
is-
you
yeah.
can
Let's
do
put
it.
the bangers
Yeah.
We
on.
can
Yeah,
do
yeah.
it, but I think my heart is goes more from the
yeah.
long sets, because then you can impress yourself. You know, can tell a story, a journey, and take the people with
Yeah,
your
you have
ideas.
time. You don't have to put
Exactly.
everything in 1 hour. It's
Yeah.
like you have to
Yeah.
convince the people that you are good in
It's
1
like
hour.
selling. It's not
Yeah,
playing.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
Right,
selling.
it's selling.
Exactly.
Right,
And
right,
sometimes you have a record where you need a bridge to come there.
right.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
So it makes sense that you don't play 5 hits before that record.
Right, right,
because,
right. You need
know,
time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
you have to flow into this.
but this is also, I don't know, maybe it's also a taste thing.
Yeah, yeah.
We love this kind of playing, and Dana is the same, you know. Yeah, for me, I have to say one of the best, no, really, women DJs we have on this earth, definitely.
I do
And
agree.
I don't say this because we know each other. No, it's really so innovative and great taste of music, and
Thanks
also
so
the way,
much.
you know, this is like the way you mix the music together. It's your own style, and this is also what I miss in these days, that lots of people, was heißt austauschen? You can
Exchange.
exchange them, and you don't, you know, so
Yeah,
a
they are.
you need a trademark to,
Yeah.
okay, this is Dana, this is, you know, and yeah, this is,
It's difficult. Not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And will we ever come to a time when being a woman and being a DJ will not be a strange thing or a surprise, and we won't be using the women DJ
Yeah.
folder?
This is very.
hard.
This is a question I have my thoughts about. Yeah, you know, I'm happy that I'm a woman. Yeah, I love my job. I love the music, and this is what matters to me. For me personal, I have to say, there was the time when, not so many women in the scene and all these things, and I never thought like this, to be honest. What I want is to play good music, to make good music, and this is what matters to me. I never thought like this, you know. And then after these conversations, not enough women. Now we have all the, more women, but are the women good enough? It's also a matter of quality. You cannot just say we need more women. You cannot book tons of women to a festival because you think
Just
you
to
need
gather
just
women,
to,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
This is
To
not
have a stock of
yeah,
women.
but this is not good. The
Yeah.
quality has to be good, and it has to, you know what I mean. So that's why I'm really not. I fight for women's right, okay? But I'm not a feminist, like going there and standing and yeah, we need this, blah, blah, blah. It is a definition of quality for me, and this is how I would like to
So
think.
quality comes first.
Quality comes first, and it doesn't
Always.
matter who,
Yeah.
what sexuality, whatever. That doesn't matter for me at all. This is really, it's very pure, yeah. And if some people, this is their opinion, this is my opinion,
Yeah.
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 So actually, did you enjoy playing up in the mountains in the cube?
Oh,
It was
yeah.
a strange setting for
Oh, was a strange set. Thank you.
you. No, strange setting, by the way.
Just a moment, just a moment. Tenete a moment.
Okay.
That's part of
Naja.
the
Machen wir. Komm, jetzt schauen wir
Naja,
mit. Dann halte ich
naja.
mal ein bisschen auf.
Yeah, yeah.
But after
Naja.
this we will play a little bit some records.
Yeah,
okay?
you
For
play
sure.
some.
Grazie.
Grazie.
Salute.
Salute.
No, it
Grazie
wasn't a
to
strange
invite us.
set, it was an amazing set.
Thank
I
you
mean,
very
all
much.
the
No,
rhythm
it
and
was a
sound
joke.
stuff, that's
Oh,
amazing. It was fantastic.
No, your question again. What I thought about
It was a
venue?
bizarre setting because it
Yeah.
wasn't a club. You hadn't like a crowd of dancers in front of you, and
But yeah, we really enjoyed it. I mean, of
Mm-hmm.
course, the view was amazing.
that was unreal.
Yeah,
really
it was
unreal.
really unreal. It
Unreal.
was really.
It is
really,
like
really
you play a
nice.
soundtrack for the landscape and for the nature. Huh?
that was the intention
That's
actually. And you
beautiful.
did it right.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Really.
Yeah, and that's the thing, you know. I think for an artist, it's also you have to feel the situation and everything, and then do what you think is right, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, there we are really open for everything, and that's why I thought, why I should like make dance music for people that just chilling and watching the nature, you know.
Sure.
It's not always about raving dancing, you know. It's also sometimes listening, thinking, and seeing, you know, and bring it together. So it's also kind of art, yeah.
That's art. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, Andre, Dana, thank you so much for being here.
We thank you.
It's really a pleasure.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
our pleasure, and we would like to
Yeah.
thank. It's really an amazing experience,
Yes.
and I discovered something new here, definitely.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Definitely.
great.
And now we will play some records for you.
Yeah.
Okay.